and welcome to What's Your Story? I'm your host, Dr. Lilo Schuster, here at 826 Custer at a place called Unusual Things. And inside, we're going to talk to two of the owners who are going to show us some beautiful African art, candles, African herbs, and more things. So please come join me as we find out more about this unusual shop. Okay. I'm inside Unusual Things with Dee and Ed. They are both the owners. And why don't you tell us a little bit about why you chose to open up an African art shop here in Evanston? So I'll start off with you, Dee.
Well, we opened up about 4 weeks ago, and Evanston was a prime place living here. And Ed and I have had a love for African art for the past 10 years. And coming into retirement, we thought this would be a good thing to do. Evanston, I mean, there's no African art shops here, and it's a good spot.
But you actually have been to Africa, is that true?
That's correct.
And so what about Africa hooked you that you wanted to get interested into the art?
Just the sheer artistry of some of the villages that you go in and you see the raw artistry with plain tools and different things that they use, and they come up with some real fine art. Mm-hmm. And I think it should be exposed here in America more than it has been in the past, so that people can experience it. There's a lot of people going to Africa, but there's a lot of people who can't get there, so we bring a little bit of it here, you know.
And what has been what type of people have been asking you for it? Because obviously there must have been a need for it other than just the two of your passion for this. Have people been actually asking you for the art?
Yes, since we've been here, we've had people to come in, and since they know that we're here, certain items that they have not been able to get, we have access to that, so absolutely.
Okay. Great.
We have other art that is from Africa, not from China. Everything here is authentic. We have the elephants, other little bronze figures, and coming along, we also have the fertility dolls.
So you also have this wonderful statue. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, this is from Nigeria, the Benin warrior, and it's over 100 and some years old.
And then you've got a few more parts of the store that we're going to see, and I know one of your prides is that you have some wooden giraffes, so let's check those out.
Okay.
So here we have an extremely beautiful tall giraffe. Why don't you tell us about the little ones, the tall ones that you have here in the store?
The giraffes come from Kenya, and this one is 12 feet tall, cut from one tree from Africa. And the same thing here. These are from various trees in Africa. And this is one unique thing because you can see the carving took a lot of work to get it done.
And then another part of the shop that is like your baby is herbs.
Yes.
So we are going to go to the part that's the herbs, and you're going to talk to us about how you learned about the herbs.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So Dee, this is your place where there's herbs, and I know there's a history where your grandmother worked with herbs. Why don't you give us a story behind that, or how you got so interested in herbs?
Well, growing up in the South, my grandmother was an herbalist, and part of my job was to make sure that all of her fruit jars were ready when people would come, and I've seen a lot of interesting things. She grew her herbs. People would come when they were sick. She did herbal sachets. She did herbal bays and different things like that. So through the years, it comes natural.
Now, this is not internally taking herbs. Your mother did not have people taking herbs internally.
No.
This is all external.
External.
As you say, a sachet or would that be something that you'd like wear around
Right,
you?
right.
And then obviously the bath, you would make a bath.
That's
So
correct.
those are the two ways that you work with people.
That's correct.
And you also do go into people's homes and you put concoctions or potions or whatever you want to say, you put
Right,
those
right.
together.
I deal with a
for
lot of
people.
energy. And a lot of things people don't understand is everything is derived from energy. Whatever we touch is energy, negative energy, positive energy. The herbs are energized and the whole bit, so I do that.
So these were different herbs you have on the shelf, and then you also do have sage. People know about sage. A lot of times, I've heard of it more for American Indians. Now, is this a different type of sage than the American Indians, or is it kind of the same? Because it looks a lot thicker.
This is a smudge stick.
A
You
smudge
have
stick.
it sage that's smaller, but this is a stick, and you light it, and it's used to remove negative energy.
And how do you use that? You do that, you burn it, you do it as
You can sit a person in a chair, and you can smudge them, or you can go to four corners of the room, and just the sage filtrates the room.
Do you say any type of special prayers with
You
that?
do. You do say a prayer. You always pray no matter what. Even when I'm making up the sachets, I have to pray, energizing them.
And when you make up a sachet, is that typically like a cloth, like a
Yes.
silk cloth, or what kind of cloth?
Well,
Okay, you've got
it's in here.
a cute
This
little
is-
pink cloth.
This is going to be a love sachet.
This is a love sachet. Y'all need some love in our
Okay.
life. So what
And this
do you
is
have?
orris root. That's a root. And this is lavender. We put 3 parts of lavender in here.
I can smell the lavender. It smells delicious.
And you do 2 parts rosebud. And you take this and you place it in your bag.
So So you are mixing all this up
Yes,
in there?
yes.
And this is your satchel that you're making?
Right, and when you're done, you take it and you hold it and you do your prayer over it. And there is a couple other things, but we won't go into that.
So you have so many things here from all the different African art, the drums, the masks, the giraffes, to the candles, to the herbs. And so if somebody is coming in here, they have so many different things that they can talk to you about, ask
Right.
you about. Is there anything that you would like to say to our viewers as
I
we
would
say
like
goodbye?
to say, please come to 826 Custer. It's totally different here than being on camera, and a lot of the things I can explain a little bit more in depth. But I'm sure you will not be disappointed if you come in. And again,
So Dee, thanks so much here at Unusual Things, located again at 826 Custer, which is between Main and Washington
That's
Street.
correct.
It was a pleasure meeting you. It was a pleasure meeting your partner, Ed. And we welcome all of you to come here and to check out all the wonderful treasures that they have
Yes.
here at, what's it called again?
Unusual Things, 826 Custer.
Perfect. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.